heroes. Gonna tell you about pros and heroes. Gonna tell you about
comic books, costumes,
Facts, boots.
and other stuff.
In this week's issue, Action Comics number 593, Superman and My Wife.
Welcome into Bros, Foes, and Heroes. I'm Zach, joined as always by Man Wonder, Mr. Mike.
Hello.
And
You wore the Ken Griffey shirt.
I did. I told you about that.
Yeah, that's really nice.
I made sure to with the rookie. Yeah,
Good
no, I like
job.
it. It's
That's the rookie card?
It's one of. So
That's the tops.
I'm trying. Yeah, this is the tops one. The one that's the big one is the upper deck one.
Oh,
That's the.
Those were always the two big ones, right?
Yeah, tops and the upper deck.
I used to
There's
collect cards.
Donruss. I'm trying to think of all. Well,
Donruss?
Donruss, yeah.
That's a thing?
Donruss is still
What
maybe
the
not
hell's a
anymore.
Donruss?
No, Donruss is still making cards. They make
Really?
basketball cards now. Yeah.
Hmm.
See, I know a lot. I know a lot about a lot of stuff.
Sure.
And one of them is actually like baseball and basketball cards and stuff still too.
Welcome to our new show. I know a lot about a lot
I
of
know
stuff.
a lot about a lot. You know how what is it? It's Tyrion Lannisters. I drink and I know things. I eat and I know things.
Sure.
And so
I used to drink and I used to know things, but now I don't
I've
know
forgotten
anything.
a lot of things too. But yeah, no, I just have a wealth of random knowledge that I don't know what to do with. So
Have you ever noticed, like, when people stop doing things, they're so proud of it, they have to tell you all the time. Like me, I feel myself mentioning that I don't drink anymore to everybody.
yeah, but
and
I mean,
I really hate it because
why?
I don't want to be. I'm vegan. Let me tell you about it.
No,
I don't want to be
get
that.
But at the same time, I think in something like this,
Mhm.
it takes some. Well, I don't want to say
Oh, it's
a little bit of an asshole. No. It takes a
Oh.
little bit to hear somebody be like, "Hey, I'm not drinking anymore," and immediately be like, "F this guy."
well, yeah. I guess
I
that
don't
is
think,
kind of a,
yeah. Like, I think it's a big enough, and people can recognize that it's a big enough accomplishment. I don't think anybody's gonna.
Well, my pancreas tried to get out.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, well, that's probably enough.
Yeah, you got to make sure that thing doesn't run away on you.
Right. And so, but I think the alcohol thing, you don't realize it until you're at a point like this, how prevalent it is everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't. It's kind of like being on a diet. You see nothing but food commercials.
Oh, for sure.
And that kind of stuff.
For sure.
And it's just, it's, I think that's why I bring it up. And I don't mean to be a bore about it. I don't ever want to be that person. Well, he's going to talk about not drinking or whatever. And I don't give a shit what you do, right? You do whatever you want to do, right? As long as it doesn't infringe on my stuff and it doesn't hurt anybody, I don't care. But for me in my house, we will serve the Lord. No, I'm just saying, I just don't want to ever get to that point where I'm like, oh, he's the guy that talks about drinking.
I found you're a Redditor, so you'll appreciate this.
Sure.
You ever read the Shower Thought Reddit?
No.
Okay, there is a Reddit for
I know
shower
of
thoughts,
about-
but you
yeah,
know
yeah,
what
yeah.
shower?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Sure.
So there was a shower thought that said,
I read shower thoughts, but it's THOTS. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
That's terrible.
oh,
It's
do you have to
stupid.
buy like
Yeah,
the? I'm hoping that you're
Only
paying those
showers.
girls well.
Yeah, it's only-
Your wife's gonna hate me for that. So, but
she doesn't care. I promise you. She's like, this guy's a moron. No.
The shower thought
I was talking about me, not you, by the way. I wasn't calling you a moron.
No, that's okay. I
Okay.
am too. That's fine.
That's true.
I get it.
We all are.
My wife would tell you that I am as well. So it's fine. It's another thing we have in common.
What does that say about them, though?
They married morons.
That's what I'm saying.
So in all of this, they're the ones who are somehow
I think that's
the bigger
worse.
morons.
Yeah, I think that's worse. But okay.
So now that I'm
I'm
done
sorry, you were
insulting our
saying-
wives, yeah, no, I saw a shower thought and it said that if a human is made, or if Jesus walked on water,
Uh-huh.
and a human is compiled 78%, or a human is 78% made of water.
Yeah.
If I walk on another human, am I 78% Jesus?
That's a pretty good.
It reminds me of that same one of the Simpsons episode where Homer asks Flanders,
Yeah.
could Jesus microwave a burrito so hot that even he couldn't eat it?
So it's
and Flanders doesn't have an answer. And so I don't know why, but that's just what it's just funny.
yeah. It always
Not
baffled,
trying to.
no, it always baffled me. I grew up Baptist, and it always baffled me with that whole. You want to see a blue-haired old lady get pissed. You ask her about the whole, can he make a rock that he can't lift, and that kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, just shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. They have no answer for you.
It took me completely left turn off of this, like we usually happen. I finally just realized I knew what people meant by the term blue hair, but I didn't realize why it was
really
a term until just here recently. Like I knew when people said that, but I didn't realize it had to do with the hair dye and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. They over dye their hair.
Yeah.
And now their gray hair is blue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was fun.
It's interesting how things work out like that. So, Mike,
I know a lot about a lot of things.
That's our new podcast. No, well, it's both of us. We know a lot about a lot of things.
We know a lot about one thing.
So in today's episode,
I'm excited.
I'm going to present you with two things, and I'm going to let you pick.
This is a choose your own adventure podcast.
This is honestly a choose your own adventure episode.
All right, great.
So
turn the page.
What I have first is I'm going to do that one second because I think that's the one you're going to pick.
All right.
I have.
Wait, you think I'm going to pick the second one?
Yes. Okay. I have a hero who showed up in Captain Flash back in the 50s.
Captain Flash.
Captain Flash is a comic book that only ran for like 4 issues, and that's why there's only 4 appearances of a character named Tomboy.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Tomboy is a girl.
Oh, come on. It's so on the nose.
Right? Okay.
Wow.
Or
she's fighting a ventriloquist dummy.
Or we can cover Action Comics issue 593 from October of 1987.
Known for Superman.
Which on the cover has Mr. Miracle being tied up and carried away. And it says Superman and my wife, ? And it's Superman making out with Mr. Miracle's wife.
Oh, no.
As he's being tied up and carried away. And I will tell you, this involves making a porno.
Really? Oh, wow. God, this is a real Sophie's Choice I got going on here. Oh, I like that guy. He's creepy looking.
I mean, it's not a big part of it.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
the plan.
I mean, we have to go with
that's
Superman
why I
and
figured.
Mr. Miracle. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Tomboy, and I'm sure we'll get to it. But this is pretty on the nose. I really need to know why this is happening.
Okay,
Superman.
So we will save Tomboy
and the girl with the electric helmet.
Big Barda.
What?
Big Barda.
God bless you.
That's her name.
Big Barda.
Yeah.
Okay.
She was. How much do you know?
Can I choose again? No. I'm just kidding.
They're still here.
No, you're good. You're good.
I'm trying to make a
Big Barda.
I was trying to see if there was something I wanted to add wise to show you from here.
Oh, from the.
But I think
stuff?
I didn't. Yeah.
There's a lot of writing in that.
No, they have these stories that they printed that I thought was weird just to show you.
It is weird. On the back, it mentions
there. I will share one thing with you that I find very strange. Her guy that she battles here,
he has Wolfman hands.
Yeah, it's never explained. He's called the Claw. Never explained.
God, I love.
Also, there's lines where it's like the entire criminal underbelly shudders at the mention of the word tomboy, and I'm like, no, they don't.
No, they don't. Nobody does.
It's a little girl who fights crime. So
Superman and Mr. Miracle, Action Comics number what?
593.
Oh,
from October of 1987. Mike, I was not alive yet.
87. For real?
Mm-hmm.
Oof. Okay.
I just turned 34 recently, which means this comic itself is about 35. Will be 35 years old, I guess, in October.
You said 87?
Yep.
Wow.
So let's go ahead.
What month do we know?
October.
October. Yeah.
So obviously it was printed and done before. So it's actually, this story probably by this time is now 35 years old.
I was 18 years old.
Maybe we're
18. Wow. Think about that. Yeah. Holy shit.
You want to, so go back in your Wayback Machine and think about when you're 18, because this is what's going on in comics while you're 18. Okay.
When I was 18.
Because you probably weren't reading comics when you're 18.
No, I was.
You were trying to chase girls and stuff.
I was an idiot. Yeah.
So let's go ahead and get into this. the 35th anniversary, I guess. We're basically greeted. Do you know much about Mr. Miracle? I guess
I
before
do
we
not
get
know
into
much
this.
about Mr. Miracle.
So
yeah.
I'm gonna have to.
assuming he performs miracles.
It's kind of. I'm gonna give you a short-ish Swedish kind of response.
Wait, did you say Swedish?
Yeah.
As in Bert to Bert to Bert?
No,
that
like
kind of
short and sweet, but
sweet-ish.
Short,
Gotcha.
Shortish and sweetish.
I thought we were doing like Swedish Chef kind of
No,
thing.
even though I do love Muppets.
If I say Bert to Bert to Bert, you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
You're probably chopping up some herring or something, throwing something in a pot.
I love the fact that he had human hands. That was my favorite part.
He's the only one. Everybody else, it's
yeah. Oh,
So-
wait. Didn't Beaker have human hands?
Beaker did have human hands.
Beaker has human hands. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
the
professor, but what's his name?
Professor Miracle.
All right, so Mr. Miracle. Basically, this all goes
What a
back
dumb
to
name.
he's named. He takes over the moniker, the guy here. So basically, we have to go back to 1971 and Jack Kirby's New Gods for DC, which gave us Darkseid.
Okay.
Which is funny to think because I think of Darkseid as a major Superman villain, but in comparison to like how long he's been around, only since 71, it's still a long time. But I mean, like the Joker was around since 1940.
Sure.
So
is there a difference between Darkseid and Darkseid? Is that the same guy?
It's the same guy.
Okay. All right.
It's how it's spelled.
Okay.
But
I knew I had seen that before, but I didn't know if I'd seen Darkseid.
Mr. Miracle. Basically, there's two planets.
You
right?
kids use your phones a lot, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Why?
Just feeling old. I'm sorry.
That's fun. I made fun of you earlier when you had to look at something funny. You had to do the whole like whip
get
it
my
out,
glasses out?
whip your readers out of your shirt pocket.
They're not readers, my man.
No.
Yeah, they're bifocals. Yeah.
Well, that's the look you had when you did it.
Yeah.
So,
oh yeah, I'm sure I did. Yeah.
I liked it. Kind of gave you a nice, comforting,
I have
cool grandpa.
There's
look.
a girl here. Yeah, these are two words that go well together. There's a girl that works here occasionally that used to be one of my students, and so that makes her like 19, something like that. She sent me a picture the other day, and it's of me, like it's a candid photo of me, like during the day, looking at something on my phone. And I have these glasses on, and then I also have my sunglasses on top of my head. So I have the double glasses on. She just sent me that out of context or anything. Just, there you go,
that's
old
great.
man.
That should be your new profile on social media.
Yeah, on Plenty of Fish.
So, Mr. Miracle, there's two planets. There's Apocalypse, which Darkseid rules.
Okay.
And then I can't remember the good planet that the other dude rules.
Not Apocalypse.
It's like a good and evil planet.
Sure.
Right? So, to create peace between the two nations as like a show of peace, Darkseid gives his son to the king of the good planet. King of the good planet, Hyman. I don't remember.
Hyman.
No, I know it's not that. Sorry. It starts with an H. High Father. There we go. Wow. High Father. I don't know why.
Hyman.
He comes in here. There's a name. It's
bet he does.
Himon. Maybe there's a name in here that's Himon. I'm telling you. I'm just not thinking about lady parts all the time. Here we go. Let's see.
Lady parts.
I'm just digging myself
I just want
deeper.
people
Okay,
to
here we
listen to
go.
this. I just want people to listen to this. Remember that I'm the old guy here.
How would you say that?
Wait, let me get my glasses on. Yeah, that's Hyman.
Okay, thank you.
That's Hyman.
So there is a guy
But it's
named
H-I-M-O-N.
It is H-I,
Right.
but that's not High Father was
High Father
Mr.
is,
Miracle's dad.
Oh, I thought High Father. No, that's All Father.
High Father
I
is
was
the
thinking
king
American
of the good
gods.
planet. Darkseid, king of the bad planet.
Okay.
Peace treaty, they trade sons. Show of peace.
As
right?
most
as
nations do,
kids
sure.
to rate whatever. So Darkseid takes Mr. Miracle and basically gives him to Granny Goodness's orphanage for the tortured.
What the hell did you just say?
It's like Granny Goodness is a character on Apocalypse. She's like an evil lady who runs an orphanage who just tortures all the orphans in the. Yeah.
Okay.
Either way, he's tortured
Goodness.
there, but basically he's really good at escaping and getting out of situations.
Sure.
Hence the Mr. Miracle name.
Right. Oh, I see. Okay.
But also
So
like
he's a magician. That's all he is.
No, he's essentially
He's
a
an
new
escape
god.
artist.
He's a new god, so he has
Oh.
like enhanced strength and
Okay.
all the all that stuff. And he escaped Apocalypse and left to come to Earth to escape Darkseid.
Okay.
Because he was just torturing him, and he wanted to get away from Darkseid.
All right. Okay.
So he comes to Earth. He befriends a guy who's like a circus performer, who is also like a magician, who's like an escape artist.
Yeah.
Who is Mr. Miracle? This Mr. Miracle we're focusing on is named Scott Free. It is done in tongue in cheek because he does not he was never given a name as a kid.
Yeah.
And he names himself Scott Free as like
he was never given a name as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So Scott
Does that
Free.
happen a lot? You think? Think there's a lot of kids out there with no names?
Maybe, probably.
Huh.
It's kind of sad.
It is kind of sad when you think about it, but I don't think it happens a lot.
I think it happens more than you think, though.
Really?
Yeah. How much you think? I didn't think we were going to play this game. But
wait, if I say a number, are you going to have a counter to this? Like, do you have this in your pocket? You're like, I
was going to see.
I don't know, 12% of the time?
I was going to see what you said. And I was seriously going to.
You were just going to make something up?
No.
It's 76% of the time.
No.
I don't know. It's got to be like under 1%. It's got to be.
Okay, I'll agree with that. With all the people,
it's got to be. Yeah.
I thought you were going to throw out like it's probably only like
now,
500 people, and I was like, no, it's got to be more than that.
I will tell you this. This goes to your side, your seed side,
my dark seed,
your hymen. It's my wife taught. She taught, and she had a kid named Infant. Because they didn't name her when she was born. They left it on the thing. Yeah.
So.
But she had a name. It's not like she was, it wasn't just blank.
Let's say they
named her Infant.
And then I guess
and they left it.
Okay.
That's got to be rough. Like as an adult.
Oh, I figure you change it as an adult.
To what? Adult?
No, like to whatever you want it to be. If you
I'm grown up Jones.
If you've dealt with that name and you're like, maybe you after a while you're like, you know what, it's me.
Did you ever listen or watch Freakonomics?
Yeah.
So you know the one about the guy who named his kids winner and loser?
Yes.
Yeah. The loser was the good guy and the winner ended up in jail.
Yeah. No, dude, Freakonomics is.
Yeah. They were really great. I used to show those in my classrooms.
And their podcast is great. What are you doing listening to us? Go listen to Freakonomics.
Yeah, go listen to Freakonomics. They're much better.
No, just all of it. The sumo wrestling, which was really.
That was crazy.
It was, but like at the same time, kind of like, it's the one thing where it's like, it made me feel a little bit better in a sense, just because it's like them working together as humanity. Like, hey, like none of us are going to succeed, but none of us are going to fail either.
Yeah.
It's a cool little.
Anyway, check
okay.
out Freakonomics. It's great.
Yeah. So
we suck.
Not a sponsor of the podcast. Yet. Or probably never.
I don't think ever with Hyman.
So Mr. Miracle, he escapes Earth. He befriends a circus guy and his friend Oberon. I'll check it here in a second.
He had the scoring record last year in the NBA.
Oh, did
Oberon. He? Yeah. Really good.
Yeah, well, I thought you were going to say hockey for some reason because Oberon to me sounds more like a hockey name. Yeah,
I was thinking LeBron.
Oh, well, when you said, I thought of Kelly.
I'm a pretty simple man.
I thought of Kelly Oubre, who does play for the. Does he play for the Suns still? I think so.
I don't know. The Suns are having a fire sale, I think. Aren't they? They're getting rid of a lot of people.
Well, I heard that the Pacers gave DeAndre Ayton a pretty nice deal, and the Suns have 48 hours to match. So if you're listening to this when it comes out on Monday, that will have already happened, and you will know exactly where he is. So none of the speculation will matter.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
All right. So Mr. Miracle.
Nothing better than a sports after it happened podcast.
Boom. Maybe that's what we do. It's like, hey, we should do.
Remember that sports thing that happened?
We should do a sports podcast, but it's like we just focus on the 90s. We just do like
pretend like it's happening.
Yeah, it's happening now. We'll just talk about it.
All right, I'm sorry. So Hyman did what?
No.
Hyman says what?
Mr. Miracle, we are off. This is going to be off the track, and that's fine.
It's good. We only have one issue,
exactly.
So we're good.
So yeah. So Mr. Miracle befriends a circus performer who is the actual Mr. Miracle, but just so this guy just escapes.
Okay.
He's a no-named person. He's at Earth.
Mm-hmm.
The Mr. Miracle on Earth befriends him, takes him in, kind of, helps him out. that guy is shot. He takes up the mantle as Mr. Miracle to kind of carry on his friend's work of being a superhero.
Sure.
But also he is a new god, so he has like
Okay,
God-like.
so the Earth Mr. Miracle
He's dead.
gets shot.
Yeah.
He dead.
He did.
And the new god, Mr. Miracle, takes over as Mr. Miracle.
Yes. And so
Why wouldn't he just Mr. Miracle to begin with?
I don't know. That's just how this.
Okay.
The story's recanted again in here.
You seem so disappointed when you said that.
I don't know. But
Okay. All right, go.
so that's kind of the backstory of
Yeah.
Mr. Miracle that we need for this.
Sure.
You really don't need to know what he does because none of it comes up power wise.
Mm-hmm.
So that was just, I guess, tidbits. The more you know.
Okay.
Another woman though who was on Apocalypse with him and helped him escape was Big Barda.
I'm never gonna not think that's stupid.
I know, that's fine.
Yeah.
She was one of Darkseid's lieutenants
Okay.
who helped him escape
Mhm.
and then fled to Earth with him too.
Okay.
And here on Earth, like they fell in love, they got
Sure.
married.
Yeah. As one does.
I mean, their storylines were like Big Barda and doesn't really want to be like a superhero. She just wants to be on Earth and live it as a normal person. And he's the one who kind of wants to. They are played up kind of a comedy as times, obviously with names, but so that's kind of the backstory you need. Everybody knows Superman.
She sounds like a sideshow, like fat lady. Big
Doesn't she?
Berta. Yeah.
So basically, what happens is we are greeted to Mr. Miracle and Oberon,
Mm.
who was the friend of the original Mr. Miracle.
So that's the little dude
Yes.
with the big head.
Yes.
Okay. Oberon.
Yep. So they say, "Hey, honey, we're home," because they're expecting to see Big Barda there. And who's sitting on their couch?
Oh no, it's Dark Seed Side.
Darkseid sitting on the couch. So
Does he have a laptop?
no,
What's he doing?
and that's a TV behind him.
Oh, okay.
So Darkseid is there, and
Oh,
he
he's got a
basically,
big glass of something.
yeah, like he's drinking wine or something.
Okay.
You know, showing off how
Sure.
you know, it's his legs crossed, it's Darkseid's leg crossed sitting on the couch, just all casual. And Mr. Miracle thinks it's some kind of, you know, weird trap that he set, but Darkseid basically just hands him a video cassette and goes, "This is why I'm here." And he goes ahead and he puts the tape in the cassette, and all we don't see the TV, but we just see reaction shots
Oh yeah,
of each of
both
them. And
Yeah.
what all we're led to believe is kind of like it's this woman, it's terrible quality,
Right.
right? It's like great, like they mentioned the production quality, and I guess it's some woman just kind of dancing in a seductive manner, and they realize it's Barda,
Oh no, Big Barda.
but why? And Darkseid basically tells him like, "Hey, she's being held underneath, or you know, against her will, downtown in this part of Metropolis called, what is it? Oh, Suicide Slum
I'm in town.
is what they call it." So
Let me make one aside here, and because I just have to get this out of me. Mr. Miracle looks like the superhero that would sell kids cheese. Like, hey kids, do you know the superpower of cheese? It's got 2% milk or what? You know,
For sure.
He looks like
For
a
sure.
brand.
the
superhero.
green cape does nothing for him.
No.
He looks like Red Tornado, but with a green tape.
Yeah.
Green cape.
Yeah, he's goofy looking.
So then Mr. Miracle is going to go to Suicide Slum to try to find and rescue Barda.
He doesn't have a nose.
No, he doesn't. Meanwhile, it says, and we're in this guy's office. He's got a goatee. He's got a comb over.
Yeah, he's rough looking. He looks like a porno guy.
He's supposed to be, it's Grossman Pictures. It's even Grossman. Yeah.
Nice.
You know, so they're in there, and in
Subtle.
walks this little green Yoda looking dude.
Yeah, that dude's creepy looking, man.
But he's wearing like a, you know, hat pulled down low and a
He looks like a
trench
flasher.
coat. Yeah, he does really.
Yeah.
But he just calls him Mr. Smith. So obviously
Sure.
Mr. Grossman doesn't know who this guy is. He basically, Mr. Smith has come to show him that he's got a new client for him for his videos.
Oh boy.
And it's about to get better. And he points out to the hallway, and standing there is Superman. So now Superman's showing up to make some dirty movies, right? Nice.
Thank you.
Grossman doesn't believe it's actually Superman. So Mr. Smith tells him to show him that he's Superman. And Superman breaks the desk right in front of him. And he's like, "Oh, okay. This is where one of my This is one of the
So Superman
jokes
breaks a desk to prove that he's Superman.
He does, basically.
He just crushes a desk.
Yeah.
Well, that would convince me.
Where's this at? Hold on. Oh, this is okay. So Grossman's basically like, all right, yeah, so I can use Superman, but he's sitting here thinking, and he goes, oh, and the guy goes, basically all these tapes that we're sending, because Grossman mentioned earlier that tape of Barda, like he's been getting thousands of requests. He's never had to copy a tape so many times.
He's getting thousands of requests for Big Barda.
For Big Barda dancing right?
Seductively.
Yep. So
Is she naked?
we don't know.
Okay.
It doesn't talk about what's on the tape. This is for kids, Mike.
Naked.
So
2Ks.
but he's like, I've never been in. That's when he introduces Superman and told him, hey, it's about to get better. We're about to make millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And Mr. Smith goes, with
I gotta tell you, I would probably watch a Superman sex tape.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd
for
be a
sure.
thing, yeah.
For sure. But Mr. Smith says that eventually he wants to get enough money to forge an army. Forge an army. Grossman's like, army, huh? And he goes, I don't know what your game is, Smith, but I think maybe you're overlooking something there. I think you're overlooking something. There ain't much market for solo acts. That's what he says, basically. He goes, and any co-star is going to wind up looking like my desk.
Well, he's got a point there.
And that's when...
we've talked about this kind of thing before.
He goes, I've already acquired the perfect co-star for the Man of Steel, the one and only Big Barda. That's right.
Oh, wow. She is big.
So, Mr. Smith is... They're going to make superhero porn.
Wait. Okay. All right. Sure.
Right?
She looks so mean.
Her name's
Very
Big
angry.
Barda.
Yeah, that's true. I guess that'd be mean too.
Then Mr. Miracle goes down and tries to find...
Why does he have like circles on
He
his
has
feet?
like these little discs that he throws out that he can fly on.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
He gets
We
better
get the
and better.
whole backstory that I already told you about, so we can skip through that
All right.
beforehand. Are we still... Oh, yeah. So he lands and...
Is he part machine?
No, he has like power from the mother box.
But like his arm looks like a robot.
Yeah, I don't...
Okay. All right. You're good.
I would
Okay.
have looked into it more if it came up at all,
Yeah,
but
if
it
you would've-
doesn't.
Who gives a shit?
I do care.
I understand.
I'm
Yeah,
just
I get
more
it.
concerned
Yeah.
about the rest of the story.
I understand. Okay. I'm
so
sorry.
there's the old Mr. Miracle when he got shot, and that's Scott.
Oh yeah.
The new Mr. Miracle trying to save him. But it recants the whole story.
Mr. Miracle.
Retells.
Sure.
So he lands, and he's immediately captured by a group of guys. He's like knocked unconscious, chained, thrown into a bag, thrown into a dumpster. The dumpster's then welded shut, and then the dumpster is thrown off into the ocean. Because let's not forget, he's Mr. Miracle, and what is he good at?
He's escaping.
Escaping. So you see all that,
He's an escaper.
and then he's already out in the next panel.
Yeah, sure.
That's
Why
it.
wouldn't he be?
He escapes. We don't
Yeah.
know how, but he
Yeah.
escapes.
Yeah.
And then we cut to,
I don't really necessarily have a problem with that if that is his thing.
yeah,
You know?
that's true.
I don't need to see him get out.
That's true.
I just know
So he
he's gonna
escapes.
get out. Yeah.
But we then cut back to Mr. Grossman.
Grossman.
Grossman Pictures going, no. You call that acting? I want passion. I want
Acting.
raw, seething emotion. And he goes,
That's what people look for in their adult tapes.
he goes, Superman's got all the sex appeal of a side of beef. Smith, what's wrong with him? And Smith goes, he's resisting me. He's like, I had not anticipated this. So apparently he says that Superman's strong moral fiber is not allowing him to be corrupted. Okay.
Okay.
Like he's trying to corrupt him.
Do
He's
we
like-
find out how Superman got into this position to begin with?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
Right.
I'll trust you.
But he tries
I don't want to see the guy get out of the dumpster, but I want to know how Superman got into this.
but he tries a little harder and he leans in and he's like, trying to coerce him more.
Sure.
And about that time, Mr. Miracle gets there and it's like, oh, I need to go ahead and try to save him. And he hops in right as Superman and Big Barda are just going at it, right?
Oh boy.
They're
Watch
just
out.
like tongue deep in each other's mouths.
What?
As Mr. Miracle dives in, like that's Superman and his wife, man. Like you want to talk about like, the guy
Yeah,
you
that's
should
bad.
worry about. It's Superman.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So Basically, he does tell him that he was able to, I guess, with some sort of technology he has on him, weld out of the garbage can.
So
after
he
escaped.
explains it. That's good.
But this guy ends up taking off, running away. And as he's running away, he throws this squid.
Wait, which guy?
The Mr. Smith,
Oh, okay.
who we come to find out, I'll just tell you his name now, is a guy named Sleaze.
Sleaze.
So Sleaze is running away from Mr.
This is
Miracle.
one classy ass comic right here.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
It's good stuff.
So Sleaze is running away from Mr. Miracle, and he throws some sort of like octopus-like creature at him.
Sure. Why wouldn't he throw it?
And he goes, it's a creature from the fire pits of apocalypse, because we know that. It's as strong as 10 men. I don't know if I can.
Because he threw an octopus at him? The octopus is really strong?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
what in the... it's an ash crawler. Ash crawler, ladies and gentlemen.
You're an ash crawler.
You're an ash crawler. So, but it's
My new favorite insult.
it's ripped away from him,
Nah.
and he looks, and it's Big Barda, who's finally been able to break off the spell that Sleaze has been having her under.
Wait, the ash crawler is Big Berta?
No, Big Berta grabs the ash crawler from Mr. Miracle because she's stronger than Mr. Miracle,
Yeah, okay.
and she basically kills the thing with her bare hands.
Sure.
So Sleaze...
I'm a little lost at this point, but okay.
Yeah, so let me explain now how we're here. Sleaze, or Mr. Smith,
Sleaze.
had used his mind control powers
Uh-huh.
to basically brainwash Big Berta into making a sexy dancing video. And then he was able to use it to still keep Big Berta under, under his control, but also get Superman under his control. And he's like, I'm going to make them make a porno together. And it's going to make me enough money to be able to build an army to fight Darkseid. But
That is the most convoluted, stupid thing I've ever heard. And we almost did Tomboy.
Action Comics 593, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that's
so
gross.
Big Barda is able to snap out of it, and she kills
Kills the ash
this
crawler,
thing, the ash crawler.
which is an octopus.
And then they all look, and they're like, well, where's Clark? Where's Superman?
Who the hell cares where Clark is at this point?
Well, I thought you wanted to know how Superman got into this.
Oh, okay. All right.
well,
wait.
no,
Did we go back in time?
no, we didn't, but it'll get to, I have to
Oh.
get to before we
Okay.
explain to it.
All right.
So they kill the thing. Mr. Miracle wants to know where Superman's at.
I don't like
He's
this
flying
guy,
through
this
the
sleaze
sewers, and he comes to Sleaze, and basically Superman tells him, this is how he explains it. He's able to track him down by sense and super hearing, and he tells him, okay, Sleaze, this time it's really all over. You don't have Barda's you don't have Barda's mega rod to knock me out with. And Conscience,
Mega Rod.
I am more than a match for your psychic powers. So
Mega Rod.
he took Big Barda's mega rod, hit Superman
You
over
are
the head
asking
with
me
it.
to assume so much
Hold
here.
on, let me. He took the mega rod, which is a giant stick. That's an all-powerful stick of some
I
sort.
assumed it was a stick.
And he hits him over the head with it. And while he's unconscious, I hate that word.
Yeah.
While he's
Unconscious.
while he's knocked out,
Why he be knocked out. What had happened was.
while he's knocked out, he is able to then take over his mind.
Hmm.
But Superman's moral fiber was
Because he
too
got hit
high
with a
to
big
make
stick.
it. Because he got hit with a big stick. Well,
So
Sleaze
this is
basically tells him-
1987.
Yeah.
So for 50 years,
Porno's
people have
big.
been trying. No. People have been trying to get to Superman. Thank God somebody finally came up with a stick big enough to hit Superman in the head with.
Yeah, essentially.
Wowzers.
Basically, seeing that he's at the end of the line, Sleaze lights a match, and it just causes a giant explosion in the sewer from all the gas that's built up down there.
This is so stupid.
Yeah, basically, they're insinuating that there's so much methane down there in the sewers that he lit a match and it blew everything up, right? It knocked manhole covers off on the street.
Sure it did.
And knocked Superman back. Superman's able to find Mr. Grossman, and he's going to arrest him. He finds out that apparently...
Wait, Superman can arrest people?
I don't know. I didn't read. His match ignited. No, he's just kind of holding him here.
He's like...
I assume he's... Dude, we found out with Mr. Justice that heroes can do whatever they want to.
Yeah, that's true.
They can arrest whoever they want to, do whatever they want to.
That's true.
But basically, Big Bart is like, I don't really remember what happened. Everything's foggy. And Superman is like, yeah, mine is kind of too. I think I remember. And Big Bart is like, we should just leave it where it is. Like, let's just not even talk about it.
Right.
And so they kind of go out their own way. We find out that Mr. Miracle, basically Darkseid had led Mr. Miracle there because Sleaze had been kind of like a henchman for Darkseid on Apocalypse, got tired of it, was trying to get away from him too, decided he could build up money to get an army to kill Darkseid. Darkseid was using Mr. Miracle to take care of it for him. Okay. Superman goes to check on these patients in a hospital that are old people that he knew.
What?
Dude, I'm probably not explaining it well.
So
I just
many
don't
jumps.
care. But you see, I'm just going.
Well, you see, I got blown up in a sewer, so I'm going to go check on these old people at the hospital.
Well, here's the thing. I'll just read it's one page.
Yeah,
so,
please.
All of this belongs to DC and whoever owns the copyright for this. We don't own
DC,
any
you
of this.
should be ashamed.
And he goes, there it is. Okay. One page. And this is Clark Kent's thoughts. I couldn't tell scot-free and Barta the whole story because it began here when something I learned and the doctor says, Clark Kent, I didn't expect to see you back so soon. So Clark has come to check on these patients.
Okay.
And what he says is, while he's talking about Sleaze, it says, oh, here we go. I came to offer my condolences, Dr. Kincaid. I heard about the deaths in your special ward.
Dr. Kincaid.
And Dr. Kincaid goes, deaths? All the patients you saw yesterday are unchanged, Mr. Kent. And he goes, see for yourself. And he shows him the room of all these elderly patients. And Superman walks in and goes, he's right. The radiation I detected in their bodies yesterday is still there, still keeping them all alive. But I determined the radiation came from Sleaze. He fed on human misery and the destruction of the human spirit. But somehow he gave off the excess energy as pure life force. That life force is what's keeping these old people alive. With Sleaze gone, I expected them all to be dead. But if they're still alive, ...
What the?
And it's a cliffhanger. There you go.
You got to be kidding. That's the way it ends?
That's the end of that issue, yeah. It says next issue, Booster Gold. No kidding. There you go. So that was, what number is that again?
It's number
5.
Number who gives a shit?
Well,
I don't know.
Well, I got to try to 593 because I need to see what happened in Action Comics 594.
Action Comics 594 is just a big apology.
It just says Booster Gold, really. Yeah, Booster Gold launches a crusade against Superman on Superman Day, leading to a fight between the two heroes. So I don't know if
So it has nothing to do with this.
No, nothing's ever. I wonder if Sleaze. When does Sleaze appear again? Let me figure this out.
Big Barta, she's got a hell of a costume.
She's pretty.
Well, no, I'm saying like when she actually puts on her costume here.
Yeah, that's a big ass helmet.
She looks like she would be like in Thor's world or something, you know. That's a big old costume.
And has Guardian. Well, she is a new god.
Well, thank God that Superman, aka Clark Kent, hope it's no spoilers.
I don't know if he ever shows back up.
I don't understand what these old people have to do with anything. This is a real...
No, Sleaze debuted.
She fought an octopus.
So Sleaze had debuted the issue before. In this issue, Barta is... Oh, okay. Hold on. We have a little backstory.
Okay.
Mike, I should have done a little more reading. I just read the comic. My bad.
Okay.
Barta is adjusting to her new life living on Earth. She's in Metropolis when she ends up in Suicide Slum, the worst part of Metropolis. Her bag is robbed by a pickpocket. He doesn't...
Why didn't she hit him with a big stick?
He doesn't realize that her Mega Rod was in the bag.
Mega Rod!
So she shocked him by chasing after him, even into the sewers. He ran into a mysterious being while in the sewers who took the Mega Rod from him.
B-E-A-N?
Yeah. like a B. No, not like a BAN. This is what I'm just listening.
That's one mysterious bean.
No, BEING.
Yeah.
When Barda shows up, she's not expecting to be attacked by someone who actually knows how to wield a mega rod, and she's knocked out cold. We see who did the attack. It is the being known as Sleaze. So that is from the issue before that sets it up.
That doesn't set up anything.
So you ask, Mike, oh my goodness, I have let you down. I have let everybody down. Sleaze has the ability to control people's emotions, and through the control effectively can force them to do anything. He is also, as per the name, a very sleazy person. So what does he do with the beautiful woman under his control? He has her dance. She was dancing. This is the videotape that Darkseid got.
Okay. And again, what does that have to do with the old people at the end?
So then we find out
why is she fighting an octopus?
That, he then reveals that he, like Barda, is from Apocalypse, where he served Darkseid for years before being banished to Earth. Meanwhile, Superman figures out that that basically somebody is giving off an energy from being from the Apocalypse. So he goes to hunt him down. That's when he tracks Sleaze down, and he frees Barda from Sleaze's control. He tries to stop Barda from killing Sleaze. Barda thinks that means that Superman is under Sleaze's control, so she attacks Superman and knocks him out. This gives Sleaze a chance to knock Barda out as well. So actually, Barda is the one who knocks Superman out.
Okay, one more time. What does it have to do with the old people at the end?
I'm seeing.
Why does he go visit old people in the hospital?
Here we go. So with Barda and Superman out of his control, Sleaze seemingly kills himself. But since the people he was keeping alive with his powers were still alive at the end, it's clear that he somehow survived. He ended up later manipulating the heads of the genetics lab, Cadmus, but ended up dying in the confrontation. As we can see, however, in DC Rebirth, he is alive again. So Sleaze is still around.
Okay.
But basically no explanation about the old people.
Okay. Well, that was great. Good job.
I always knew that
DC...
I was reading this thanks to the user on Quora who posted this explanation.
Quora.
But they also put, I always knew that DC Comics are dark, but such a pervert issue.
It is a pretty perverted issue.
I know, but it's weird to call it a pervert issue. Not
he
pervert.
says pervert.
Yeah, what a pervert issue.
I have to assume that's someone living in his mom's basement.
Well, dude, you can't be mean like that because
I am
you would think
mean
I'd
like
be
that.
somebody like that.
No. Why? You leave comments that say, what a pervert issue?
Yeah.
You just say, yeah.
That was my Quora post.
Shit. Well, all right, guys. You just witnessed the end of a friendship.
So there you go. Action Comics. I thought it was a nice little choose your own adventure.
Yeah, that's goofy, man. I can't believe that this comic was only 75 cents back in 1987.
Yeah.
Huh.
So you want me to share another little Batman tidbit? No, see, I feel like I need to save these for full. I'm going to save that for another time. But there you go.
I have never really enjoyed DC Comics. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that.
I know. I like Batman.
I don't like the little squatty dude that's in this. I don't like the fact that Mr. Miracle doesn't have a nose.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really like Darkseid's forehead.
I want you to tell me everything you don't like and then what you did like.
Okay. I don't like Sleaze at all. I think he's a terrible character.
He kind of looks like, obviously you can look him up online, but he also kind of looks like the Violator from Spawn in a way, but not as
again
creepy.
Mr. Miracle looks like he's selling cheese to kids on Saturday morning cartoons.
Does he not look like he could be called Mr. Wisconsin?
Yeah, he could. Absolutely. Yeah.
If they had like state heroes.
Mr. Milk.
Yeah.
Or something, Mr. Calcium.
I bet you Big Milk would love to have a superhero like that to shill stuff for him.
Oh, absolutely. Big Milk. And Sleaze looks like the snot monster from the mucus pill ads.
The Mucinex.
Yeah, he looks like the Mucinex kid or a guy from the 80s that was telling you not to brush your teeth.
He kind of looks like if a garbage pail kid had a dad.
Yeah,
that's what he looks like.
That's true. I don't like the fact that Big Berta or whatever her name is, Barda shows up in a weird bikini that looks like she stepped out of a Conan the Barbarian comic book. I don't like Superman breaking a desk. That's dumb.
He had to prove he was Superman.
Super stupid. I don't like the this bald guy getting hit with a dildo. I don't like that. And it says young boys like I was then under it.
That is what it looks like though, but I don't know what it is.
This is goofy, man.
So the whole episode.
It says
the whole
Granny's job was to grind all the sense of individuality out of those chosen to become Darkseid.
Oh yeah, that's Granny Goodness. That's a club. That's not a. I mean, I guess she couldn't beat them with her dildo, which would be way more messed up.
It does.
But I still think for 87 was too dark for.
Who's the bald guy?
That's Scott.
Oh,
that's Mr. Miracle.
Okay. Well, he's stupid looking when he's getting to have his costume on.
He grows hair eventually.
Okay.
Did you like anything about it?
I didn't really. No.
Okay.
No, I can't. I like the what's it called? What's her club called?
The mega wand,
mega bing bong,
mega wand or whatever. The mega stick, the mega
mega stick. Join the cheese club today, kids, and get a mega stick. So stupid.
I feel like if they would have made that movie that Superman and Barda were in, they would have used that in promotion of it.
Super stick?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's what you buy at the concession stand. It's just a churro.
Wait, what concession stands do you go to that sell churros?
I think all of them do now.
No, they really?
I think they all sell churros now.
No,
yeah.
I never find
they
churros.
All sell churros.
I would love if I found more churros.
Action enchiladas or something.
Action enchiladas.
Well, they all sell like food now, like macaroni bites.
Yeah, no. I get that. I'm just trying to figure out what action enchiladas cost.
By the way, copyright, trademark. Action enchiladas. I don't understand the old people at the end.
Like he was feeding off of their misery.
I couldn't tell Scott the whole story because it began here. It doesn't make any damn sense.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
I
okay. What did I like? They use a lot of red. I like that.
Well, some of that might be fading from the scan and stuff.
Well, I'm saying like on the front. There's a lot of red. I guess I like the color blue.
No. Not what you like in general. What do you like about the comic?
Oh, about the comic.
Yeah.
Why has he got such a weird key to open his door?
I don't know. That was very convoluted.
Yeah.
I guess he's like, nobody's gonna break in.
I kind of like Darkseid sitting there on the frilly couch.
I do. That's my favorite.
Cool.
That's my favorite thing about this is because it's just so out of character. Because it's like, Darkseid's supposed to be this evil like king of an entire planet, and here he is just like drinking wine with his leg crossed on the couch. Like,
I don't even think it's wine. I think it's brandy.
It might be. And he's like, hey, you got to watch this video cassette.
That's a snifter.
Where's your Betamax?
I do like the fact that he's still got a VHS in his hand.
Well, it's 87.
Yeah, that's cool.
So,
I just don't like this little dude here with the big forehead.
Yeah,
he's not great.
Yeah.
He's like just an idiot.
There was a story I read though.
Yeah,
and I can't remember the writer's name at the time, but
now
it's the guy
like
who did
him busting the desk for some reason. I don't know why. It's a real roller coaster of emotions I'm going through here.
But
now I like Granny Stildo.
One of the writers for
it's a great band name, Granny Stildo.
I feel like it's a hardcore like punk or metal
sure.
band. Though,
yeah,
right?
Absolutely. Right.
There's these bits that I absolutely love that were on SNL. That were called the Underground Rap Rock Fest or whatever, and it's Jason Sudeikis and it's what is her name? Oh my goodness, Nassim.
Big Berta.
She was on New Girl. She was on.
Oh yeah, the friend.
No, the one who ends up marrying Winston.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, what I can't remember her name, but when she was on SNL, it was her and Sudeikis
New Girl
together.
Too.
Yeah. She had that Chad show on TBS or whatever.
Chad show. Oh, I remember a show called Chad.
Yeah.
I don't
Either
think I
way,
ever
but the
watched
whole
it.
bit was, it was like those 30, like 3 minute, like infomercials for like concerts that they used to do, but it was always for like the underground rap rock fest.
I
and
do
all
remember that,
dude.
I do remember that
because
they kept adding shit to it. And
yes,
they were like,
and it was all ridiculous. Like Jay Farrell always played MC George Costanza, who would always have like like some kind of weird form of, I guess, like Tourette's, and it was like just make noises the whole time. Each thing there was Bobby Moynihan as Ass Dan.
I remember that
as Ass Dan, and it was always something about, you know, and make sure and we're finally about to, you know, commemorate our longtime friend Ass Dan, and it shows him, and he's like, or wait, and he's like, I ain't dead. You can never kill Ass Dan,
and then
it
blows up or something.
Or no, it like fades to the gray screen, and it says Ass Dan to like whatever.
Yeah, like RIP 2005.
I love those so much.
Yeah, I when we were doing our stuff over at King's Landing, trademark. No, sorry, they already did. What do I? Sponsor is King's Landing. Your biscuits are wonderful.
They are so good over there. I love brunch there. That's fun.
So, Brett, don't listen to this.
Or listen to me praise it.
So you're getting all the emotions here.
Yeah.
I made a commercial because we got into this thing where this was I guess it was pre-pandemic. We got into this thing where we were like, we did a show for this. King's Landing here in town it's a store that's owned by a comic book shop that does a lot of like gaming stuff. So a lot of D&D stuff,
tabletop
a lot of X-Wing, those kind of things, right?
Bunch of stuff.
And it's where all the sweaty kids go.
Hey.
They sit in the back and they play their Pokemans. So he just gave me a very disapproving look.
Hate all you want to. That's fine. I'll play my Pokemans by myself.
Pokemans. Yeah, they all play them by themselves. So we were doing this show over there, right? And it was like, you know, next week at King's Landing, and we would talk about all the things that were coming up the next week, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know this about me, but I get bored with things kind of quickly, and so it just turns into a ridiculous thing. Right?
Yeah.
So we got into this thing where like every Wednesday night was Juggalo night or something, and we would invite the Juggalos in, and we'd talk about how they couldn't make it last week and all this stuff, right? And so I was a very lonely person. I made this this commercial for the gathering that was going to be held at King's Landing. Oh. Have I ever shown you this?
No.
And so it's just a bunch of clips of people like the Flannel Twins, and you know it's very much like what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, you know, also in attendance is Abe Vigoda's corpse, you know, and stuff like that, right? And he's not even dead, I don't think. Well, I don't know if he is.
There's one, and it's so, like, even watching it now, it's so random, but it's so just still gets me to laugh. It's like, come see Ilian Gonzalez as we send him back. Oh man,
yeah,
the randomness of it is just kind of.
It's a very stupid thing that I made, but I do enjoy those. And I think last week we talked about the kids being stuck in the cave.
Yes.
Was that last week or the week before?
Yes.
Last week, whatever.
Yes, the hip hop.
Yeah, the hip hop
kids
or
I can't
whatever.
remember.
They're
Yeah,
gonna dance it out.
It was Ryan Phillippe was the host. Yeah.
Yeah, and now we've got that thing. I'm gonna try to find this video real quick. I want you to hear it.
Okay.
It's one of my prouder moments.
Okay.
It's not quite as proud as the one that I made about santamingle.com, which I bought that domain for a while, and I was trying to set up a white label dating service. I don't know if you know this, but did you know that you can buy a white label dating service and then you can name it whatever service you want? But it's like out of Russia. Right, of course. And it's like they have all the people that want to be on dating services, and they'll funnel them to your site. You just have to pay for the white label, and then you brand it yourself to whatever.
Yeah, so you're doing Santa Mingle.
Yeah, so I did santamingle.com, which was for Santa. He was looking for a new response.
Did you get any?
No. That's the thing.
Not one Santa?
Follow through is poor. We were making the Satan Cinema. Kids, if you want to see something fun, go watch me dress up like the devil and talk about bad movies. We made Country Wisdom, which was people in the back of King's Landing in front of a green screen giving us country wisdom. Like they would tell us stuff like this one guy said, did you know, and they would always do it like a country accent or something. Did you know if you go, what did he say? If you go the speed of light, you turn into a Christmas tree or something. It was just something just stupid and ridiculous like that. But what I'm telling you is we took very much liberally from the things we were seeing on Saturday Night Live at that point.
That was a great time for the show.
It was a great,
like it's still solid now, but
I mean,
like,
Squirrel Battle is
is that your cat wars?
No, I saw two squirrels outside. I thought they were fighting. I think they were fighting, but I filmed them. I was at work.
Have
I showed you that?
No, but
it's squirrels out there. And what I did is I put like the Mortal Kombat music behind it. And then every time they jumped on each other, a little squirt of blood would happen and the points would go up.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That was great.
No, it's funny you bring that up. It kind of fits in with the topic of the show, which I guess we'll just call Action Comics 593.
I guess, yeah.
But I went outside once with my dogs because I let them out to make sure they don't, I watch them. They're small dogs. I've seen big birds in the area.
Sure.
I don't want them to come and just take them and leave them because our Chihuahua is super small. But
right. Most Chihuahuas are huge.
That's true, but ours is super small. But so I go outside and I notice they've all stopped by this tree and they're looking up at it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, those squirrels they're not fighting.
Yeah.
And they're going at it, and my dogs are just stopping, just standing there watching.
Oh,
and
neat.
My dogs
dog porn.
are voyeurists.
Dogs love dog porn.
Whatever. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
There you
So
go.
let me see here. Hang on 1 second. I'm going to try to. I don't think I have the Bluetooth turned on, so you're going to get a very rough version of this.
Oh man.
But this is, I think, the first time it's been played on a podcast.
Ooh,
so here we go. I'm going to put the microphone down a little closer here so you can see
what is
it.
this now?
This is the second biannual Juggalo mini gathering.
Oh, okay.
At King's Landing.
Okay. And
Second biannual Juggalo mini gathering at King's Landing.
yes, this is just like
More mud. International recording artist Lil Stank. Fago Battle. Trash can fight. No go people. Even more mud. Death-defying stunts.
We got jumping over a chair.
Chick on a cooler. The Vlad Brothers. Wild ATM fight. Reverend Bingo. This old blind man.
yeah.
That guy that looks like Cheech. Ooh.
So stupid.
DJ Pat Ram. Food from 3-star Michelin chef Dirty Bridget. This guy. Milk Jug for charity. All proceeds from the Milk Jug for charity will go to help Skizzy Steve's mom rebuild her house, which was destroyed in last year's mini gathering at Skizzy Steve's mom's house. Also scheduled to appear a homeless guy, business dog, that goes on weatherman Rusty Garrett, Little Money Phone, Britain's Queen Elizabeth, the corpse of Abe Vigoda, and President Trump. The second biannual Juggalo mini gathering at King's Landing. Be there. King's Landing is not responsible for any damage that may incur to your car, body, or children. No one under 14 is allowed to attend this year's event. Thanks, Holden.
It's Holden.
Oh, I love that. No, it's just like those bits. Yes. No, I love that.
Until you mentioned that, I did not realize how much I had taken away from that.
Oh, but still,
Apparently it was in my brain somewhere.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you go. That's a good way to end it.
That is a good way to end it. So,
God. Hey, if anybody's out there listening, go to Onichan Productions, ONIICHAN Productions on YouTube and get an eyeball full.
Onichan.
You'll love it because no one else does.
Well, and we're back to being sad. Mike and Zach
that's
get
right.
close.
Look at him. I just want you to see something here real quick. Look at all the videos I made.
Yeah.
My God, there's so many. My God, it's so much stuff.
That is a lot of stuff.
Yeah, go check out Onichan.
Yeah,
please.
for sure. Get on it. You're still scrolling.
Yeah, man, we're still scrolling.
All right, that does it for us then, I guess, this week.
Yeah, guys.
As always,
Hey, it was fun, man.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
We had fun talking about Superman kissing on some other dude's wife. As always, we appreciate you taking the time out to listen to us. And until next time, stay safe, everybody.
Got a gun.
Frozen heroes. Gonna tell you about frozen heroes. Gonna tell you about. This has been a Rogue Media podcast.